Call to order the 7th regular meeting of Lynn City Council. Madam Clerk, roll call.
Council Biden?
Present.
President Council Cahill?
Present.
President Council Capano?
Present.
President Council Jacutis? Present. President Council Calucci?
Present.
President Council Seer?
Present.
President Council LaPierre?
Present.
President Council Lozey?
Present.
President Council Net?
Present.
President Council Trahan?
Present.
President Council Walsh?
Present.
Present. 11 present.
If we could rise for a moment of silence, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Madam Clerk, do I have a motion to accept the minutes of March 22nd? Made and seconded. All those in favor say aye. Aye. No. The ayes have it. Madam Clerk, communications.
We have one communication from Arundel Mayor. Dear Councilors, as of March 28, 2016, I designate Jason Dumas, 12 Kernwood Road, to perform the duties of tree warden for the City of Lynn, as outlined in the Lynn City Charter of Massachusetts General Laws. I certify that said person is competent to perform the duties which will be required, and I make this designation solely in the interests of the City of Lynn. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Very truly yours, Judith Flanagan, Kennedy, Mayor.
Who's the wish of the council? Motion made to approve and seconded. Roll call.
Council Biden?
Yes.
Yes. Council Cahill?
Yes.
Yes. Council Capano?
Yes.
Yes. Council Jacutis?
Yes.
Yes. Council Calucci?
Yes.
Yes. Council Seer?
Yes.
Yes. Council LaPierre?
Yes.
Yes. Council Lozey?
Yes.
Yes. Council Net?
Yes.
Yes. Council Trahan?
Yes.
Yes. Council Walsh?
Yes.
Yes. 11 yes.
Public hearings, unless there's an objection to hearing them, would Councilor Capano, would you prefer them taken one by one, or would you like to read them all in one by one? Madam Clerk.
Okay, public hearings to be set down. First is a petition at King's Auto Body and Repair, Noah Reyes, for permission to add auto body to existing auto repair and flammables at 37 Bennett Street.
Councilor Capano.
Motion approved.
Motion made to approve to set down, seconded. All those in favor say aye, opposed no. The ayes have it.
Petition of Leahy Landscaping Inc., Matthew Leahy, for permission for a contract to yard at 732 Real Linway.
Councilor Capano.
Motion to approve.
Motion made to approve and seconded. All those in favor say aye, opposed no. The ayes have it.
Petition of Western Avenue Auto Body Raffi Kakian for permission for a sign permit at 882 Western Avenue.
Councilor Capano, very busy night.
Motion to table.
Motion made to table, non-debatable, seconded. Roll call.
Council Barton?
Yes.
Yes. Council Cahill?
Yes.
Yes. Council Capano?
Yes.
Yes. Council Jacutis?
Yes.
Yes. Council Calucci?
Yes.
Yes. Council Seer?
Yes.
Yes. Council LaPierre?
Yes.
Yes. Council Lozey?
Yes.
Yes. Council Net?
Yes.
Yes. Council Trahan?
Yes.
Yes. Council Walsh?
Yes.
Yes. 11 yes. Petition of National Grid Raphael Paintis for permission to install approximately 1 to 3 inch conduit in the sidewalk 6 feet plus or minus in a northerly direction from pole 27 to the property line of the new multi-unit building at 8789 River Street.
Councilor Capano.
Motion to table.
Motion to table is non-debatable, seconded. Roll call.
Council Barton?
Yes.
Yes. Council Cahill?
Yes.
Yes. Council Capano?
Yes.
Yes. Council Jacutis?
Yes.
Yes. Council Calucci?
Yes.
Yes. Council Seer?
Yes.
Yes. Council LaPierre?
Yes.
Yes. Council Lozey?
Yes.
Yes. Council Net?
Yes.
Yes. Council Trahan?
Yes.
Yes. Council Walsh?
Yes.
Yes. 11 yes. And finally, petition of Dewey Hunt for permission to rezone mixed-use business residential to residential only at 1 Broad Street.
Councilor Calucci. Motion to set down, seconded. All those in favor say aye, opposed no. The ayes have it. Matter will be set down for public hearing. Unfinished business.
I have no unfinished business.
Finished all the business. Committee reports.
Education and Environmental Affairs Committee, they had a resolution, and if you'd like, I'd read it into the record.
Councilor Lozey.
If the Madam Clerk would read it into the record, please.
Thank you. Madam Clerk.
Resolution against lifting the cap on Commonwealth charter schools. Whereas free public schools available to all students regardless of income, ability, need, or English language proficiency are foundational to our democracy. And whereas all of our students deserve high-quality public schools that teach the whole child, providing enrichment and addressing social and emotional needs in addition to core academic subjects. And whereas local accountability for our public schools is necessary to ensure that the schools are responsive to the needs of their communities. And whereas state officials estimate that over $17 million are being diverted to Commonwealth charter schools, and public school districts across the state are losing more than $408 million this year alone, a loss of funds that is undermining the ability of districts to provide all students with the educational services to which they are entitled. And whereas Commonwealth charter schools are often approved over the objections of a majority of community residents and their elected officials, and are not accountable to local elected officials once they are approved. And whereas the Commonwealth charter schools often fail to serve the same proportion of special needs students, low-income students, and English language learners as the districts from which they receive students, and often use high suspension rates to drive out students they don't want to serve. And whereas the Commonwealth charter school system is creating separate and unequal opportunities for success, and whereas lifting the cap on charter schools would greatly worsen the problems listed above and lead to a costly and divisive two-track school system, therefore be it resolved that the Lynn City Council opposes lifting the cap on Commonwealth charter schools.
Councilor Lozey.
Mr. President, I just want to say that there's an awful lot in this resolution that I support 100% as my colleagues do. I just want to touch on one point on this resolution where students are driven out of these schools, that if there's special need or if there's any disciplinary problems, the public schools end up with these children. One school has sent the Lynn Public Schools 24 of their students, and they're receiving the funding from the state for these students each year. This resolution is an important one. We hope that the state legislature will look at this closely and not open this cap up. And I also want to thank my colleague, Councilor Lapierre, who authored this and has done a very good job bringing this to our attention. So thank you, Mr. President. That's a motion to approve.
Motion approved by Councilor Lozey, seconded by Councilor Lapierre. Any further discussion?
Mr. President, if I could, what we have here before us is an overall movement across the Commonwealth to try to stop this two-tiered public school system. As many of us know, the charter schools are draining millions and millions of dollars from our Lynn traditional school budget. And as Councilor Lozey said, and the Education Committee, we can't afford to expand charter schools across the Commonwealth. This is part of a larger campaign. Colleagues on the City Council in Worcester have taken similar resolutions, as have in other communities as well. So we're being leaders tonight, this august council. And my colleagues, I urge you to support, and I would urge my school committee counterparts to do the same, because the funding is an issue. And serving all of Lynn's students is certainly an issue. You can see through the resolution that we're taking the quality steps needed to preserve our traditional public schools in our 35+ buildings in the city and across the Commonwealth. Over $400 million are spent on this charter movement, which is a corporate movement, which is private money, and they operate like private institutions with public dollars. And I think that that is wrong, and that's why I'm bringing it to my council colleagues' attention this evening, and I hope that we are on the cutting edge of a statewide movement to keep the cap on charter schools if this is to go to the ballot this November. Thank you.
Motion has been made and seconded. Any further discussion? Seeing none, roll call.
Council Barton?
Yes.
Yes. Council Cahill?
Yes.
Yes. Council Capano?
Yes.
Yes. Council Chakutis?
Yes.
Yes. Council Calucci?
Yes.
Yes. Council Seer?
Yes.
Yes. Council Lapierre?
Yes.
Yes. Council Lozey?
Yes.
Yes. Council Net?
Yes.
Yes. Council Trahan? Yes. Council Walsh? Yes. 11 yes.
I'm going to take a motion to reconsider made by Councilor Capano on the matter regarding a petition for Western Avenue Auto Body for provision for a sign permit, seconded by Councilor Calucci. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it. Motion reconsideration has been made. Councilor Capano.
Motion to take that off the table.
Motion has been made to take off the petition of Western Ave Auto Body for permission for a sign permit at 882 Western Ave off the table. Seconded. Roll call to take off the table.
Counsel Barton?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Cahill?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Capano?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Chakutis?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Calucci?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Seer? Yes, Counsel LaPierre?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Lozey?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Net?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Trahan? Yes, Counsel Walsh?
Yes.
Yes, 11 yes.
Councilor Capano.
Motion approved.
Motion made to approve and seconded. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it. Committee reports continued. Veterans Committee.
The Veterans Committee also had a resolution that they would like read into the record. Okay, resolution. Whereas our nation's veterans put their lives on the line to serve and protect the United States of America, and where there has been a veteran's preference for civil service positions since World War I, and whereas Lynn is home to hundreds of veterans who have served in Afghanistan and Iraq, many serving multiple deployments to protect our nation, and whereas veterans are especially suited for careers as police officers and firemen, because as members of the military they are placed in tense, hazardous situations, and whereas the United States military is far more racially diverse than most other institutions calling upon individuals from all social, economic, and racial backgrounds, and whereas the United States has an all-volunteer military where only approximately 1% of its citizens have served since 9/11, whereas veterans often make the ultimate sacrifice for their country, and now therefore be it resolved that the City of Lynn go on record to Governor Charles Baker and the Massachusetts Legislature to make no amendments to the veterans' preference for civil service employees in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. Resolved that the city clerk be and is hereby requested to forward a suitably engrossed copy of this resolution to Governor Charles Baker, Senate President Stanley Rosenberg, and House Speaker Robert DeLeo.
Councilor Capano.
Yes, so there's a move at the State House by the state to eliminate veterans' preference. And, you know, there was an article in the Globe last week, and a few veterans called me regarding this. And apparently there's a few cities and towns that have already done this. And I would like the city of Lynn to be on record as being opposed to anything that interferes with veterans' preference. We have an opportunity here to take a stand to actually help veterans. We give a lot of speeches, you know, recognizing our veterans and respecting their service to our country, but sometimes when we can actually do something that helps them, and especially something that we have been doing since World War I, a lot of people seem to have amnesia. So I would like the city of Lynn to be on record as being opposed to this. I'd like to call up Mike Sweeney, and I'd like to thank Mike, Veterans Director for the city of Lynn, for researching this a little bit for us. And if you could just elaborate for us, Mike, and let us know what you found, and, you know, add some commentary.
Sure. Thank you, Councilor Capano, and Mr. President, thank you to the members. America, as was stated in the resolution, 1% of America serves the United States military. With that in mind, I think it falls on those of us who have served, and that's why I thank Councilor Capano, a proud veteran, for bringing these issues to the fore, because I think slowly around the Commonwealth you're seeing a movement to whittle away at civil service, which in turn affects veterans. There's about 10 or 12 communities in the Commonwealth, and I think we should probably make them famous tonight, that have gotten away with taking away civil service so far. Those include Manchester by the Sea, Wellesley, Provincetown, Reading, North Attleboro, Franklin, Norwood, Westwood, and Walpole. Let that sink in for a minute. There are communities in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts that have gotten rid of civil service. Now, parades are an important part of the fabric of our community. We're one of the last communities in the area that still do a Memorial Day parade. I think we should be very proud of that. But that's not the extent of our obligation to veterans. That's only the beginning. And as the resolution once again said, since World War I, we have proudly given veterans a preference because it levels the playing field. when veterans serve, they give up their time, not just from their family, which is hard enough, but they don't have the time to go to college. They don't have the time to get the training that other people get when they stay home. Right now, this is a bill filed as part of the governor's municipal reorganization package. It's really just warmed up Mass Municipal Association junk, if I could be so blunt. It's stuff they come up with every few years. It's part of their agenda, and it's up to us as veterans and as people who are friends of veterans to step up and say no. And that's why I'm proud. Again, thank you, Council Capano, the City Council, for bringing this to the fore, for letting people know that while other communities attack civil service, which in turn should be noted attacks veterans and their families, we won't do that here in the City of Lynn. What my entire tenure here as a Veterans Service, the Director of Veteran Services, the Mayor, the City Council, the Police Department, the Fire Department, our Personnel Director, Joe Driscoll, everyone adheres to civil service, not just because it's a law, it's because it's the right thing to do. So that's where we stand. I stand ready to answer any questions, but I think that's really where we stand. I think if we don't make these communities famous, as close as Reading, and if you have any friends who live in those communities, I'd ask them to call their town manager and their city council and find out, why they can't find veterans in the town of Reading that would be able to serve. I think part of it just comes down to people want to hire who they want to hire, and they don't really care who gets caught in the crossfire. So,
Thank you, Michael. Any further questions from the council?
Thank you, Mike.
If I could just ask one question. Diversity is an issue that is often expressed as a reason to eliminate civil service, but can you talk about some of the veterans we have, young veterans coming, particularly out of the City of Lynn, and their diversity?
Sure. I think, in my experience, the civil service list tends to look like the community it's from. The list from Lynn is probably going to be much more diverse than some other communities in the Commonwealth. I think you see that as an issue in Boston, and sometimes the issue that I've heard expressed in that one is people are moving into the city who aren't from the city of Boston, who take the test and take but that's more of a residency issue, and I believe it's also something that can be handled within civil service as it exists. I think it's a bit of a smokescreen. The people who come into my office, and I'm sure people who are in the fire department and police department can tell you that I think that they're usually kids from Lynn. They come home, they've lived here most of their lives, if not all their lives, and they look like the City of Lynn.
Thank you. Any further questions? Thank you, Michael.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Take it as a motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Motion has been made to approve and seconded. Any further discussion? Seeing none, roll call.
Council Barton?
Yes.
Yes. Council Cahill?
Yes.
Yes. Council Capano?
Yes.
Yes. Council Chakutis?
Yes.
Yes. Council Calucci?
Yes.
Yes. Council Seer?
Yes.
Yes. Council LaPierre?
Yes.
Yes. Council Lozey?
Yes.
Yes. Council Net?
Yes.
Yes. Council Trahan?
Yes.
Yes. Council Walsh?
Yes.
Yes. 11 yes. Ways and Means Committee. We have several financial transfers. Would you like me to take them together or?
Yes, we'll take them together.
Transfer the sum of $7,868.00 from the treasurer's expense to the treasurer's payroll. Certify as an available fund the amount of $75,000.00 as allotted to the City of Lynn Police Department by the Executive Office of Public Safety and Security for the fiscal year 16 Sustained Traffic Enforcement Program grant. Certify as an available fund the amount of $70,000.00 as allotted to the City of Lynn Health Department by the Department of Public Health, increasing the funding for the Massachusetts Opioid Abuse Prevention Collaborative Grant. Certify as an available fund the amount of $1,332,194.00 as allotted to the City of Lynn School Department by the Department of Elementary and Secondary Education, amending the fiscal year Special Education 240 grant.
What's the wish of the council? Councilor Net?
Yes, Mr. Vice President. It was unanimously voted of the committee and make motion to approve.
Second.
Approved and seconded. Roll call.
Council Barton?
Yes.
Yes. Council Cahill? Absent. Counsel Capano?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Chakutis?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Calucci?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Seer?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel LaPierre?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Lozey? Yes. Counsel Net?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Trahan? Yes. Counsel Walsh?
Yes.
Yes, 10 yes. And this last order is an order that the city clerk be directed to cause notice to be advertised. The meetings of qualified voters of the city of Lynn will be held in the several polling places heretofore designated for the special state primary on Tuesday, April 12, 2016. Need a motion to approve.
What's the wish of the all those in favor?
And then requesting emergencies on all of them.
Is emergency, seconded. Councilor Trahan, all those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries.
Licensing committee.
Thank you.
Councilor Walsh.
We have a unanimous vote of committee, recommend acceptance.
Made, seconded, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carries.
And the last one we have is public property. And there was 3 orders. I'll read the 3 orders together. That's on the cross. Motion to set down a public hearing relative to a proposed conservation restriction for the Lynn Woods Reservation. Order that the mayor is authorized on behalf of the city of Lynn to accept any charitable donations made by the Jarondellas Foundation to be dedicated solely to the creation of a dumpster day program for the city of Lynn residents, and the mayor is authorized to create, develop, and execute such a dumpster day program. Ordered that the city of Lynn be authorized to hang overhead banners over designated roadways and to authorize billboards throughout the city of Lynn to promote and support the Jarondellas Foundation dumpster day program.
Councilor Net.
Mr. Vice President, it was unanimously voted of the committee, make a motion to approve.
Motion to approve, seconded, roll call.
Counsel Barton?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Cahill, absent. Counsel Capano?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Chakutis?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Calucci?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Seer?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel LaPierre?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Lozey?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Net?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Trahan?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Walsh?
Yes.
Yes. 10 yes, and they've also requested an emergency.
There's a request for emergency.
Yes, there was a-
Motion made, seconded, roll call.
Counsel Barton?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Cahill, absent. Counsel Capano?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Chakutis?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Calucci?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Seer?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel LaPierre?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Lozey?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Net?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Trahan?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Walsh?
Yes.
Yes. 10 yes. New business.
New business. Seeing none, what's the wish of the committee?
Motion to adjourn.
All those in favor?
Aye.